I'm a depressio. I'm no one. I'm alone.
But so the good news is, David,
Hello, yeah.
it's finally our time.
To what? Shine?
It's been hot girl summer. It's been brat girl summer. But this year is Gak Dad Summer.
I'm not really a dad.
Yeah, but
could do the Gak
but
Summer,
you're the
but-
right you're the right age.
Yeah, I'm the right age,
If you
yeah.
told people you were a dad, they'd be like, "Oh, fine." So it's finally acceptable to have a dad bod. Basically, people en masse right now are fueled on cocaine, pills, all sorts of stuff. They're stood in Heaton Park on a Wednesday night at 21 minutes past 8 as we record this, with throbbing erections, might I add. And
What are you referring to exactly?
they're waiting for Oasis to take the stage right now.
I thought I didn't want to assume, but
It's Gak Dad Summer. So there's dads. There's dads and granddads out there. Don't exclude the granddads. Men between the ages of 30 to fucking 65, 70 right now. This is their time.
do the listeners know what Gak is? And is Gak a word that
We don't need to tell them. Do we need to tell them?
Is Gak a word that we
It's Gak
came
Dad
up
Summer.
with?
It's Gak Dad Summer. They know what it is.
Is Gak a word like? Is it generally accepted?
Yeah, it's a
or-
generally accepted word, I think. And the users at home will know what we mean. The users, the listeners,
The users. The
Well,
using us.
some of you are probably part of the Gak Dad Summer problem.
I want to be abused and used. I'm
So
definitely
finally,
in, man.
After all these summers,
Are you going to an Oasis gig?
been
or?
about the women. No, I'm just dressed like I am. I ain't got tickets yet.
For the listeners, not the visual viewers, he's bought an official Oasis merch because they did a line at old school Adidas as well.
It's like old school Adidas with an Oasis badge on one side and an Adidas on the other. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I really bought it. Mainly,
it's great.
Mainly for show. But I am excited about Gak Dad Summer.
With it
Dad
being
Bod Summer.
with it being Oasis, like, what is your favourite Oasis song? With Oasis coming back,
She's Electric, I think, is still my top.
really? That's
Not
a good song.
not in the set list. So if I went, I'd be annoyed.
They can't really. They've got so many songs. They can't really just.
I mean,
cater for
She's
everything.
Electric is such a good song, though.
My song definitely won't be in there, which is
What's yours?
I can't remember how fucking.
Diddly-did.
Yeah, that's
it's
my
that one.
favourite.
Sold myself for the second time. Yeah, have you seen the set list? It's very old school. Very old school. All the Gak Dads very happy about this. by the
I've
way.
been scrolling.
None of that new shite.
Yeah.
Don't play the new ones, just the classics. 94, 96, Glory era,
I've
Tony Blair.
I've been Tony Blair, the best.
Tony Blair, best PM.
PM
It's
we ever had.
96. I've got a load of Gak, and the dogs didn't stop me. Great summer. Fantastic summer. Heaton Park.
Mate, it's so expensive.
2025. I was there.
I'm just thinking, like, by the time you got the ticket, the Gak, the travel.
Oh my God.
You're
the
upwards
Gak.
of $1,000, ain't you? Let's be honest.
Upwards of 5, I think. I reckon. there's
Depending on how
a
much
lot. There's a
Gak
lot
you
of dads that have they've put in some overtime to get there this year. They've put in some overtime. And
Gak Dad Summer.
They've really maxed out that credit card. And there's wives and kids that are like, "Are we going on holiday? What is it?" Listen, it's Gak Dad Summer. I told you this, Mavis. You and the kids, you have to wait till next year. We've had hot girl summer, we've had brat girl summer, and I sat there and I kept silent, didn't I? I waited my time. This is Gak Dad Summer,
They're back,
and
ain't
I'm
they?
going there, Heaton Park. I'll be in Manchester for 3 weeks. You do childcare, you wash caravan. I'm there
For that weekend.
for that weekend and that weekend only.
Don't bother me.
Do not ring me.
But, Dad, we can't afford bread.
Do not ring me.
We can't afford
Do not.
bread,
I'm
Dad.
not answering any WhatsApps in the family chat.
So many starving kids.
Yes, start. Maybe we should start a charity page or like a GoFundMe for all the poor kids that have been
I've been left out.
just been left home alone, as the joint account has been emptied
Oh, yeah.
by dads buying like overpriced merch like this T-shirt.
I
Bucket hats.
bet if there was some kind of like trend in line or something, or if you could ask all the dealers around the UK right now, I bet they've seen an increase in like
Oh, there's
like
100
sales.
There's
for
100%
sure.
a Gak Dad spike right now for the fellas that they've been cooped up too long as
They've
well.
been just fucking
This is a thing.
waiting.
You need to think about this. I mean, I know that all men are scum and everything, and we're part of the problem because we've got cocks. But
we were two
you
white
can't-
men with microphones.
You
mate,
can't.
so-
We're two white men with microphones, so we are the problem. You can't keep them cooped up too long.
Mm,
It really, if anything, Oasis have been a bit selfish with this because they've needed to come back
mm.
because it's just been too long.
Who was it that didn't? Because one of them didn't want to do it, and the other one always did.
Noel was always like, Oasis is done forever. I'm never going back to it. It's fucking Parker Monkeys and all that shit. But I think Liam was always like, Oasis is forever, and I'd do it in a heartbeat.
So I've been seeing a lot of like TikTok stuff, and to be honest, been liking everything because it looks great. The visuals look great.
Yeah.
The atmosphere looks great.
The way they've done it is real classy, I think.
How have they done it?
It's just been really well marketed. I think it's not. It's been marketed as exactly what it is as well.
It's
like they're back, and it's all the classic stuff.
I saw Liam in an interview, and he was just talking bollocks. But he was like, "Yeah, but if you can sing and you can rap, if you look like a knobhead, then it don't fucking count for no." And I'm like, not true.
Yeah.
So many bands out there that they've like.
But then also like
That's just him. That's
him
protecting his ego.
But they don't have a lasting legacy as much as Oasis,
he doesn't write the best Oasis songs, does he? Bear any of them,
He
right?
doesn't write any of them.
Exactly.
Noel does.
So that's his ego protecting himself. I'm not saying I think they work fucking amazing together.
Yeah.
Without both of them, there's no Oasis. I will just
quite literally as the last how many years of drought have we suffered? 16 years of drought.
no, but like
16 years of
but
long.
What I'm saying is,
long cold summers with dads just milling about in their slippers.
But what I'm saying is like, for them, absolutely that makes sense what you just said. But that's not like a blanket rule. Like that's
what the you can't be a knobhead.
no, you can't look like ugly and write good music. If you don't look the part, then what's the fucking point?
Yeah, but looking the part doesn't mean you have to look fit.
No, but
Because you could be ugly hot, right?
No, but I think there's a lot of I just think his statement. I was just like, well, that's classic Liam, to be honest. And I do like because they're two brothers, and no two brothers are ever the same, right?
Yeah.
Liam's the more like he wears his heart on his sleeve, kind of like not in a like just in like a passionate way. Like if you pissed him off, he'll be straight to the.
You never think of starting a band with your brother?
Or is no? Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, why not?
Did you never think about it like when you were younger?
No.
When you had a chance, you know?
No, I didn't.
No.
Oh, he'll be listening to this as well.
Which-
We should have done
which-
that. It might come now.
Hey,
Like, it might start happening. Who knows? We'll make electronic music together or something.
Which one are you, Liam or Noel?
Oh, God, no. Like,
Oh my God, which one are you? Take my quiz. Which one are you, Liam or Noel?
I think we're both variations of Noel. Because,
Yeah.
like, we're both not arrogant, just... do you know what I mean? Like, over the top.
Do you think... I don't know. I think there's a...
But that's the thing. I like him for that. That's why he is who he is. Like, if he was
Noel
like...
or Liam? Liam.
Liam.
When you say I like him for that, you mean you like
No,
Liam?
Noel's more reserved. Noel's more...
Well, you say that, but he's also a bit of a cunt.
Yeah, but like he's more measured, I would argue. Like just in terms of he won't. Come on,
Liam's
let's be honest. He's calmer.
Liam's very reactive, and Liam's more
Reactive
likely
is the word,
to like send an angry tweet about something straight away, whereas Noel is probably more of a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ever thing. Have you seen Lewis Capaldi's like 2019 Glastonbury thing?
No.
Where Noel Gallagher said something in advance of Glastonbury 2019, like, who the fuck is Lewis Capaldi? And Lewis Capaldi cut together that footage in like a montage, and that was his like entrance to his Glastonbury show, and he wore a t-shirt with Noel Gallagher's face on it, and like a parka and everything, and just came out on stage, and I was like, that's the way to do it. Like, so like, what a guy.
Yeah. I mean, again, without them, their two personalities, it wouldn't be Oasis. They're back. No, that's Foo Fighters.
But anyway, dads everywhere are rejoicing because finally, after 16 years, man, 16 years of milling about, just tinkering,
What's the Oasis
not really
doc?
doing anything.
What's the Oasis doc called?
The doc.
The documentary.
Oh, I thought you meant like the, when you put
Their
your cock,
personal doctor.
when you go to the toilet at the Oasis gig and you put your cock inside another Oasis fan's cock.
It's a doc.
The Oasis doc.
The Oasis doc.
It's called Supersonic. It's probably
a great documentary.
It's probably one of the best documentaries about music I've ever seen.
My favourite story is
really
think,
good.
Is it Liam that's off his nut running up and down that ship?
I think they all were.
Ship.
They all were.
God, to be a part of that or a fly on the wall or just part of the crew. Do you know what I do?
Well, that was the ultimate Dad Bod Summer, wasn't it? Gak Dad Summer.
Yeah.
That was the ultimate. They were
to be a part of their crew now because they've got to keep. They've got to keep
different
them
times. Different times.
to be a
mate.
part of their crew now. I do feel like imagine if you're trying to handle the brothers, right? You're organising the event. You'd be so stressed. Right, we've got to keep them separate for as long as we can. We can't have each other.
What, as in like this day and age right now,
Right now, the
2025?
current tour.
Yeah.
Because it's like, look, we got to nail this fucking tour.
Well, what
They can't be like storming off. I can imagine them just sweating. Like,
I bet there's been so many meetings with so many really,
for
really
sure.
boring people.
Yeah.
And Liam's like, do I have to be there?
Yeah.
And they're like,
I feel sorry for Liam's handler, the guy that's
but
like.
I think they're very different now. I think they're.
I don't know, man.
I think there's. So what I heard from the Cardiff gig, after the gig, Liam immediately walked off stage, got in a
I see the video.
got in a Rolls Royce and drove off, and he was gone.
And Noel was more like waving,
and Noel's
hugging some people.
Noel's sticking around. I think there's separate after parties. I think they're not risking anything that's going to cause
That's what I'm saying.
any
man.
chaos. But then also the fact that they're back together, the little arms in the air
That's great.
kind of moment. Every
But
dad,
hold your hand out right now, though. The other one towards me.
that one.
Like we're gonna do it. It was like this.
Who was raising whose hand?
I'm Liam.
Liam's
And
raising
Noel-
Noel's hand.
Like that.
I'm
by
not
the wrist.
I'm Noel. Like, I got you.
Yeah, I'm like, come on in front of the fucking cameras, man. It wasn't
I mean,
it wasn't like this.
Yeah, we are just showing for audio listeners. We're just holding hands.
But they would never do
Oh,
that.
that's
Would they do
nice.
that? Is that a bit? Imagine
Oh,
if that.
that's like the cute.
You could imagine.
That's
them.
the cutesy handhold, isn't it? That's the kind of handhold that you do with a girl, like after you've been going out for a little while. The first
the
the first
brothers ain't doing
handhold
that,
in a relationship. Yeah, but I mean, brothers, aren't they?
Brothers should hug.
Brother-
man, like
brothers
one
sh-
arm round each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You and Simon hugging?
Me and my brother hug from
Yeah.
time to time for sure. We
Yeah.
kiss.
What if
What? Hey?
I saved that for your sister? What? No, that's not true. Actually, I'd kiss Simon. He's a good-looking boy. If you were to hold your brother's arm up, like as in like, you know, you've wanted him to do something for so long, and then he's finally
finally done it.
not chop you off, but then he's finally done it, and he you know, like I don't know,
He's finally done it
he's finally done it. He's I don't know, he's started playing Minecraft
with my bollocks. Okay, yep.
and you're like, oh, I've been waiting for ages for you to do that, and then he's in front of a crowd of people, and you want to show him off. How are you lifting up his hand?
I don't. I think I'm putting my arm around him and just pointing to him.
This boy
Fucking
right
come on,
here, this
bastard.
fucking lad right.
He's quite skinny, my brother, so quite wiry.
Get
So
him
I
in a
could,
headlock.
I could bully him about a bit, like
Yeah.
fucking go on, you bastard. Even though
think-
he's older than me.
I think that's what it is. I think Liam's just celebrating that Noel's like, he's finally said yes. Here he is, look.
Come on.
Here he is, look.
It's great seeing the visuals as well of the whoever's done one of the shows. It was like a green screen live thing.
Yeah.
And then where it was just, you know, the camera's obviously on them, but then it just gets rid of the background and you got a load of graphics happening.
The things
live,
you
I was like, fucking hell,
the
that's sick.
things you can do now. If you look back even 50 years at special effects and stuff like that, and you look now, like we're not hovering about on fucking like hoverboards or anything, are we? But we are doing mad things with the internet.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, you know, that TikTok fucking green screen removing it. You don't even need a green screen. It
Yeah,
kind of does an all right job, doesn't
It's
it?
kind of crazy, right?
It's kind of crazy. It's wild.
I've been thinking about businesses that we should get involved in, by the way, as well, because I watched an Adam Curtis documentary called Shifty. Have you ever seen? You watched Hypernormalization,
I did.
right?
On your recommendations, they're very good.
The new series that he's put out is a 5-parter. It's a bit of you've got to devote some time to it, and you will inevitably feel quite depressed at the end of it. So if you're feeling pretty rubbish about life in general, maybe not the best time to watch it.
Well, the anime's coming into a close now. So
Well,
the one that I've done, nearly 140 episodes deep.
140 episodes of
20 minutes
Pedo
long.
Clown.
Yeah, he's come back at the end. Never mind. Carry on. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't wanna tell you.
So basically, I was watching this documentary, getting more and more depressed, and I was thinking, well, you know, what industry would be good to get into in 2025? And I was thinking, what do people always need? Haircuts,
Yeah.
unless you go bald, but you still need haircutting devices, so that's a good industry. Food, humans always need food.
Mm-hmm.
Water,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean that's kind of sewn up, isn't it? But I thought industry close to our hearts, bog roll,
Right. Yep.
but not just any bog roll,
Okay.
like the best bog roll that's available.
Do tell.
I'm thinking we create bog roll that you can flush, but also to use it, you use one sheet and you wet it.
That's just a towel, like a little flannel. But then,
Yeah, like an arse flannel.
but then you can't really flush that because it has to be like biodegradable where it like
Well, yeah,
disintegrates,
that's
but
what we
tougher.
create. We create a biodegradable but tough sheet.
So this leads me on to a point of something I've been doing lately. Since I can't have a bidet because Leanne won't let me have one.
You've been
'cause I
hosing
broke
down
the
your
toilet.
arsehole with a
No.
shower.
I get the first wipe I'll get at the kitchen toilet roll, and I'll fucking wrap it like 7 times.
Yeah.
Give it a quick under the sink, and then as the beginning.
Oh.
You just dab it, and honestly,
A
it
little
works
treat,
so well.
a
Just
little
like
treat.
I'm like every time I do it, I'm like, there we go.
Gets the
And then it
muck
just-
off.
And your wassail is so clean, man. Your wassail is so clean, man. Get straight
get-
fucking wassail.
You get the muck off.
Do you remember that fucking skit, the
don't.
Hairy Larry Bikers?
I don't.
You take that, you shove it straight up your wassail.
But I like that.
You've never seen the Hairy Larry Bikers?
No, I've never seen Hairy Larry
Oh,
Bikers.
man, it was that Bo Selector guy who did that. It's him and another guy.
Avid Merrion.
Avid Marion. And they
Keith Lemon.
did the Hairy Larry Bikers, and it was fucking fantastic. Anyway, I digress. A little bit of a little tip for you: just wrap it up 7 times because toilet roll's really fucking flimsy. Unless you get Andrex, Andrex is fucking banging.
And well, this is the thing. They've sewn up the game, haven't they? They've got the dog on the
Wrapped up,
front. They've got the
locked
dog on the front because apparently that's calming for most people, and that's
It's
who they trust when they see toilet paper. They want to wipe their ass on
I've
a dog.
spoken about this before though. It's like you got this such cutesy picture and image, but then you're wiping shit all over it. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, there
What's
were
cute? What's cuter than a dog that we could wipe shit all over?
capybara.
A capybara.
Capybara, yeah, I can't
What's a
remember.
capybara?
Mate, I have to bring up one that they look like.
Hey,
Capybaras are
producer,
fucking cute.
bring up a capybara.
Producer, oh wait. Producer, nice. By the way, I need a word with you because you forgot to fucking add a clip in last week's episode. I do apologise to everybody in the podcast, by the way. Oh, wait, we don't have fun! Capybara. Mate, capybaras are fucking stinking. Mate, I've nailed that.
Do enough people know about a capybara? Oh wow,
They're nice, aren't they? Look,
mate. So let's design our
look at that, capybaras, man. They're
right.
cute,
Design
right?
our packaging right now and come up with a name for it. So the
Google the capybara.
the capybara is
Australian as well, mate.
Australian. Oh mate, well then that means Australian name.
Also, you could have a capybara
Because
mascot.
Cushell, they've got like what's on theirs? What's on Cushell's toilet paper? That's an Australian thing, isn't it? Like a koala, is it?
Koala, yeah.
Is it? Let me check. Cushell that used to
I
be
think it is.
Charming. They rebranded, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Cushell rebranded from Charming because maybe Charming wasn't working because that was a bear.
I also learned that compare the meerkat.
Yeah, compare
went
this meerkat.
offline when the Ukraine war started.
What?
They stopped. I think they stopped. I think.
What, is it gone now?
I don't. I heard that on
Compare the market.
that podcast you told me to watch. The
Sergey.
Finn's history one.
Finn versus History.
Yeah,
One of the
I've been
best-
smashing those, by the way.
I mean, one of the best podcasts ever.
I don't want to mention other podcasts on our podcast, but
Well,
anyway.
shout out to that one in particular. But I've noticed there's loads of these kind of like hipster ones now. Like, who gives a crap? We will individually wrap your toilet paper and we give back
Mate,
to the environment.
I bought one of those once, and it ended up costing me so much more than just going to the shop. And it's
Yeah.
like, fucking hell, man.
They're selling it in Tesco now because I feel like they're like the online shill isn't going the way that they wanted. They've now signed a deal with the devil. Mr. Tesco's going to be like, not going well for you, is it? How about we put you on the club card prices? Shift some units. £9. How about £9 a box? What was it you wanted? 24. How about £9 a box? You get £1 of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like
What would you call your bog roll then if we got a capybara on it?
capybara kindness.
Capybara.
Capybara kindness.
Kindness. Kind wipe.
A kind wipe.
Kind wipe.
Give your bum a kind wipe.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Give your little butt a kind wipe.
Give your little bum a kind wipe.
You call it a bum
'Cause you deserve
or
it.
butt.
It needs a slogan as well, because you deserve it. You're better than that.
Because you're anus. No, you can't use
Yeah,
the word
exactly. We've
anus,
got to be family friendly.
Because you're hoop.
Hoop. Oh. You could
'Cause
call
you're-
him. Just call him hoops.
Because your tiny hoop deserves to be loved.
Caress that hoop.
Caress.
Because your hoop deserves to be caressed.
Your hoop deserves more. One wipe. You know that really strong.
Well, no, wet
But that-
wipes.
Yeah, but this
Wet
is.
wipes are a thing.
But this is better though because it's like more turgid.
To be fair, I'm going to buy some wet wipes right now. I think off Amazon. I just realised I could just do that. The one that you can flush down the toilet.
I don't know if you can. I think
There
that,
are biodegradable ones.
I know, but I don't know if they actually. I still think I think they're contributing to the fatbergs.
Do you?
I think that
Fatbergs,
you know those
by the way, if anybody's
those gigantic
listening, mate,
clogs in the
Google
sewer.
fatbergs, because if you don't know what that is, you need to. You'll spend a night going down fatberg rabbit hole.
Do you watch? Do you think that could be? I mean, that's kind of like a ASMR thing, isn't it? Would you watch an ASMR thing
It's
of
a bit like Dr. Pimple Popper, but like the
like
reverse.
just guys breaking through a fatberg?
Fatberg, and just
Really large, kind of pimply men in a sewer just hacking away at a fatberg with a fucking pickaxe.
who
Gotta
the
get
word?
through this fucking fatberg.
God bless the people to do those jobs.
I
want to interview a fatberg. Is it called?
a
Sorry,
fatberg.
fatberg
What-
dismantler.
Yeah, I mean, what's the job title on that one? Because that's like when
Fatberg
Subway
enthusiast.
had to go.
Fatberg artist.
When Subway.
Any fatberg artists in? Any fatberg artists in? That's my first stand-up routine. Any fatberg artists in?
Anybody in here dismantled a fatberg with their bare hands?
No. All right.
Anyone here?
That's the set.
Anyone in here ever kicked through a wall of shite paper?
It's so strange that they had to give it its own name. It was so bad. Like, we can't call this just like sewage shit.
Yeah.
Who come up with the name Fatberg?
Well, I think
We
it's
need to Google
because
that.
it's like it's formed from like people pouring stuff like lard and whatever you know, animal fats and olive oil and stuff down the thing, and then when obviously it hits the water, it kind of the fat solidifies, and then all those fats travel into the sewer, get caught on stuff like fucking baby wipes and things that people have flushed down the toilet, and then everything, it builds a wall of fat and tissue and used condoms and all that, all the good stuff.
Do you want to know Google AI? By the way, Google AI, don't trust it with everything because it has got things wrong.
How are they getting rid of fatbergs as well? We need to look into that.
Is a large solid mass found in sewer systems.
Yeah.
Primarily composed of congealed cooking fat, grease, and non-biodegradable items like wet wipes.
Yeah.
Oh no. And
there you go.
products. How did that? I don't know. Important blockages. Fatbergs can cause severe blockages. Blah blah blah. Removal. You have to do the manual removal using shovels, pickaxes. Imagine
just pickaxing you. I really want to see the TikTok live of a man down a sewer
there's got to be
pickaxing his way through a fatberg.
just like. I want to see a new guy on the job where he's like not used to the smell yet, and he's going
Just throw it up in the corner.
and you've got like the trainee.
They've got oh fucking hell, look at Gavin over there. Gavin,
Like
come
just
here.
slapping Gavin
come
about.
here. Oh, Gavin, look.
Gavin, put your hand in.
Gavin, look, a full trout.
They're just like messing with it. You know when like you get
Just picking up turds and eating them.
Yeah, you're messing with remember when you're messing with a new boy?
You surely don't mess with a new boy at a fatberg disposal unit.
You do it more.
And
Get your fucking hand in there, Gavin. He's like,
what do you do? I'm part of the FDU, mate. Fatberg disposal units.
The FDU. Yeah, I like that.
Just crawling around the sewers with a pickaxe, disposing of fatbergs.
This is probably my favourite. So there's the methods here. There's got the manual one, which we just discussed.
Yeah.
Use the shovel pickaxe. I think this.
Are they using cartridge pressure
you-
washers at all?
You got then this is not my favourite. I'm just going to save my favourite for last. The enzymatic treatment, which is some companies are exploring using enzymes to break down the fatbergs. Kind of boring, that one. My favourite
pouring
is
acid on it.
My favourite. The third method of removal is sucking.
Big straw.
Yeah, you just fucking
Just loads of guys around it like a fishbowl with a big straw.
Yeah, you just fucking suck it down, don't you? Like a big fat.
A big Hoover.
Yeah.
A fatberg, mate.
What
how
are you?
are they?
I'm a fatberg sucker.
And also, what fascinates me is the industry around this. They're like, right, we've got this problem, it's fatbergs. We need somebody to manufacture a Hoover that's sewer-sized that we can... I said sewer-sized, by the way. YouTube. Sewer size.
No, it's not. It's going to read that.
Yeah.
Who cares?
So,
Who cares at this
so
point?
what's it for? Oh, yeah, it's to suck out a load of fat.
Sorry.
Have they got just a Henry Hoover? They've not got Henry Hoovers down there
Sorry,
sucking
but
out
there's some,
fatbergs, have they?
if you just Google image but there's a fatberg monument. that people are just.
There's a monument. What, like a fatberg that's been sucked out and turned into a.
Look at that.
What's it covered with? Is
I
that
don't know.
Is that a Tracy Emin art installation? Mate, if we ever do one, I want a fatberg themed art installation. We create a fatberg and then we like glaze it and paint it, and then write like positive messages on it, like everything can be useful.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a message I'll write on it. I don't know.
Well, I wonder what I mean, yeah, I bet they've probably got some kind of Karcher pressure washer down there as well and that kind of thing.
Who knows?
Well,
I'll have to ask my friend, listener of the show, Chris.
What does he remove?
No,
fatbergs?
he does pressure washer, but I don't know why. I could imagine him dealing with a fatberg at one point. I have to ask him. Do you know what? He won't mind me saying this story. I won't say his second name or anything, but he took a shit in his van the other day in a bucket, and he's done it a few times. And he took a picture and sent me it, and I howled laughing.
What?
Just a shit in a yellow
in a bucket.
So he's got right.
What an animal!
He's on the move. And he's got no, like, I was just like, can you not ask? He goes, no, I don't really like shitting in people's fucking.
I'd rather shit. I'd rather shit in a bucket in the back of my van, actually.
I howled.
Well, it's fine because he's got a sheet of our toilet paper with him. He only needs one sheet and a bit of water.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. He knows. I hope you're listening to
Shout out
this.
to Chris. Thank you very much for listening every week. And
He won't care.
He will be listening to this one as well because it's just me and you and he likes it when it's like that, doesn't he?
Does. Yeah,
it's his preference, really.
Yeah.
But then, so imagine if he had our magic toilet paper, which is one sheet, bit of wet, like you don't even have to have a tap. You can just have a bit of water, pour the water on it. One sheet does all.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
well,
nice.
you know, like those extra strong kitchen rolls that are like super absorbent. Ours is like super strong. Clean your hoop, one swoop. Clean your hoop in one swoop with
Why is it always normal?
What was it called?
Clean your hoop in one swoop.
I trust that voice. Do you know what I mean?
Clean your hoop.
It's a voice.
In one swoop.
Clean your hoop with one fell swoop. What was the name of our product?
I don't know.
Kind
Capabura.
Kind
Hoops.
wipes. Kind wipe.
Clean hoop.
Kind wipes.
Kind
Clean
wipes.
your hoop with one swoop.
This won't cause a fatberg.
Just throw it in the bin like the Greek do.
Or shit in a hole.
Are you shitting in a bucket in the back of your van? Use kind wipes.
He was
Clean
on,
your hoop
honestly,
with one fell swoop.
Honestly, he was on.
What was he wiping his arsehole
He was
with?
on the Discord one night, and he was like,
"Hold on, boys, got to go shit in a bucket."
He was on Discord one night. He goes, "I might get this," and he linked us like this, reduced from £50 to £5, like portable little toilet, and it was like just all it was like a box with a bucket inside,
like a caravan toilet.
Yeah, but it was not. I was like. He goes, oh, it's cheap. Like, I might just get it. And I'm like, there's a reason why it's down from 50 quid because no one's buying it.
Yeah, but it might be one of those things like that tent that you were going to buy last week. It might be a good bargain. You know what I mean?
I just don't.
They might just be bringing out.
I'd rather shit in a bush.
They might just be bringing out a new range. Do you know what I mean? They might be bringing out the I don't know, the iToilet 16. The 15 was so last year. Every October they bring out a new portable toilet.
We've had some ideas, haven't we? Because we did politician pissers, didn't we? We did poly pissers.
The poly pissers is a good one. Like, yeah, whose mouth are you going to want to piss in the most?
I think that, you know, we're coming about having this podcast maybe a little bit more structured. And I think maybe bringing back because CEOs, you've got ideas about stuff. So maybe that's a good thing. Like business ideas is good. And also we wanted to talk about this on the show a little bit, didn't we? Where we're going to bring in like cases.
Yeah, we're gonna look at
study.
We're gonna bring in some case studies, and also people send in stuff all the time, and I always kind of forget to talk about it. So I need to. Yeah, so we've got a few Patreons that message us on TikTok and stuff. You don't have much access to our social media accounts because you don't sign into them, and because you hate social media. But one of
I feel like that. I feel like I'm being interviewed now, where it's just like you hate social media. I don't. What is it? And then
I'm not
saying
no. I'm not saying that you hate social media.
You ever seen that interview with what's his name? It's not that I don't like interviews. I just the whole interview process is very. Oh, who is it that did that interview? It was the fucking best interview. I can't remember his name. Richard Ayoade.
Right.
He did that interview with the BBC. Ever seen that? And it was that Indian man interviewing him. You know the Indian BBC kind of news presenter back in the day.
Yeah.
And he did this amazing interview. If anybody's not seen it, just type in Richard Ayoade BBC interview. It's one of the best. The way he handles him is just class. It's just like, because you can tell Richard Ayoade he wants to talk about his book, but it's more about, his nationality. He's like, he goes, I'm here to promote a book. And it's just like the way he handles it is just so class. And
he's one of the best in my books. Would love to talk to him and pick his brains about like his career and stuff
and his culture.
mainly his culture. Yeah.
It's kind of. He goes, this is kind of the lie of the interview, isn't it? That you got me on here, and all I wanted to do is talk about my book, but yet you proceed to like because you are. I can't remember what nationality Richard Ayoade is. Like
I don't know. British.
Well, no, because
British now.
Norwegians, I think. Or you can't move because he said you can't move for Norwegians, something like that in the middle. He goes, yes, that's because he leans into it and just clearly takes the piss out of it. Anyway, just go and watch that interview.
Nice aside though. Basically, like some of our Patreons send in stuff they want us to talk about or discuss on the podcast. Somebody sent one in. In fact, shout out to Jake, who sends in some really great videos. He sent one in the other day. A woman who is a stand-up comedian rang up. The wonderful radio station LBC.
I don't know LBC.
Leading Britain's conversation. They have really extreme right-wing people on there, really extreme left-wing people on there, and the whole thing is a big anger fest. So this female comedian rang in, and basically she works for the NHS, but the NHS have found out about her sideline career as a comedian, and she was promoting one of her shows and had created a tour poster where she was fully topless, and over her tits she had the faces of an XL bully.
Brilliant.
And she was like, can the NHS fire me from my job for having XL bullies over my naked tits? Basically. And this guy on the thing is like really boring. I could play it through the thing if I connected, but I'll summarize it for you now. And the guy on the phone, the guy on the thing's like, okay, so you're a comedian, and you're concerned about losing your job for the
just play it. I want to hear it.
It's quite long.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, I'll connect. So
if it drags on, you feel like
we can edit it out, can't we? Because editor. Remember that.
Edit just if. Yeah, oh wait.
But yes, we are thinking about doing some more kind of case studies and stuff. I guess probably inspired by our time at Crosswires and seeing how other podcasts do things.
We need to touch on that actually,
and then also by the fact that we've both recently gotten into the podcast Film versus History, which is super well researched, prepared, and presented.
You say that. I think they very briefly talk about it, but then it's
I think both of them actually do research on the topics, which is we sort of just turn up week to week and maybe do a bit of research if we've got a guest coming on.
I think a lot of they briefly touch on points. They don't really go into utter detail. They'll just be like, then this happened, and then it'd be like, then a funny antidote from that.
Sorry, here you go.
Well, can my employer prevent me from performing stand-up comedy outside of work?
Oh, what an interesting question. What sort of comedy do you do?
I do a mixture. I've done it on and off for about 11 years. I do some character comedy. I do some comedy as myself. And it's the actual character comedy that's led me in a bit of trouble with my employer. I work for the NHS. I don't really want to disclose what my job is, but let's just say I'm a registered healthcare professional.
Northern as well.
And I've ended up in disciplinary proceedings because of some online content that I've posted as this character, which is a bit blue in nature, shall we say, Daniel, and I can understand why they're not happy with it. I apologise. I took the material down. I had a meeting and I was told that I cannot perform comedy and do my job. I have to decide.
Okay, so when you say a bit blue, please don't swear, but are you talking about being sweary, or are you talking about racist jokes or sexist jokes?
Oh, he's gone straight there.
Nothing sexist, nothing racist. It was a photo of me. It was a bit saucy, but there was no nudity. It was quite a saucy photo of me as this character, shall we say.
Right. And do the people in your audience know or suspect that you work for the NHS?
Not when I'm performing as this character, no.
Okay, but at other times?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't reference where I work.
Do you tell jokes about the NHS?
Sometimes I do, yeah.
And would the audience
NHS
know
in itself
or guess
is a joke, isn't it? Let's be honest. That she doesn't even need to say a joke about the NHS because it is a bit of a joke.
spoken from a man whose mother works for the NHS and who has private healthcare through his partner for £1 a month.
The NHS when you do that?
I should know.
Possibly.
Right.
Because I prefer to go to the private one, and my mum complains about the NHS.
Yeah, absolutely, to be fair.
I'm not saying...
Yes.
Can we pause that? By the way, free healthcare is great, but we don't just settle. It could be better.
Well, it could be actually properly funded, couldn't it, if people paid their fucking taxes? Anyway, moving on.
They are entitled to ask you not to do that, certainly.
Okay.
That's employee at a very high-profile employer making comments criticising the employer. I know it's not your purpose, but potentially bringing it into disrepute.
Yeah.
They are very much entitled to say to you, don't do that. For the character comedy, the nudity or semi-nudity stuff.
This is a good bit.
Forgive me, you mentioned a photo. So are you showing photos of you wearing few clothes?
It was a picture of me with 2 XL bullies over my chest area. You couldn't see the actual chest area because there was 2 XL bullies. Yeah.
So it's politically sensitive stuff as well because XL.
Whoa. Keep carrying that on. What?
Bullies are clearly highly politically controversial as animals.
Yeah.
And
I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this rhetoric.
His voice is like sandpaper, on your fucking brain.
It's politically controversial because XL bully. Free the XL bullies, mate. Free them all. Let them roam. I reckon there needs to be a degree more danger.
Wait, so I've seen clips of this new show, and I only see the clips of the other guy. Who's the one that everybody
James, whatever his name is,
bore off? Yeah,
the one that like tears down right wingers.
Yeah, I thought he was right. I don't know. I don't watch enough because it annoys me that I flick off. Well, all of this is pointless.
I think you probably get targeted by the more right wing stuff because of your love for Andrew Tate and your your tattoos of Hitler and all that sort of stuff.
True. Lower back Hitler tattoo.
Well, what was that thing that you got sent on your TikTok algorithm that you were showing me? And I was like, this dude's kind of a crazy guy, right? I can't remember who it was. It was like ages ago, and you were like, look at this. How does this make you feel? And I was like, well, that guy's a strange, odd man, isn't he? Do you remember? It's like a right-wing conspiracy theorist guy. And I was like, no, mate, no wonder you fucking hate social media if you're seeing this all the time. Absolute fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
So that's the XL bully woman with their things over her tits. And
I
thanks
say leave
for sending that in, Jake.
Fully follow your career in...
I think that's it. Just jump in with 2 feet, mate. Jump in with 2 bullies. And
God forbid you have a stand-up career as well as an NHS career as well, by the way.
Well, do you know what? I just think employers take things so seriously, don't they?
Yeah,
and I'm like, I just don't understand how. I don't understand how they behave in that way. But then also, I was saying to you when I got here, I've been listening to the book by John Ronson, The Psychopath Test, and it's a must listen for everybody in the same way that I think the Adam Curtis documentary is a must watch. Because it's just so fascinating to learn how these companies are run and like how at the top of every company there's often somebody that just has literally no emotional thought whatsoever.
Why they're there, man.
Exactly. Because they can progress in the world. And also like a lot of the decisions that have affected our world and shaped it to be the world that it is today were made by people who have psychopathic tendencies. So not afraid of risk. Do you know what I mean?
No, you have to be. I think it's really rare that you find like a millionaire who's also. I mean, they do exist, but like I don't know. To get that far, you've got to have some kind of weird drive to. There's a point where you've got enough money that becomes more than money, doesn't it? It becomes like, I've got like $1 billion.
Power, growth.
Well, it's not really doing it for me anymore. All this collecting of this like paper money is not really doing it for me anymore. What do I really want? I want to
collect skin, human skin.
Actually, it's power.
Yeah. And how do I collect power? I skin humans and turn them into coats.
I haven't yet watched it. I hate to bring it up again, but I want to learn about Gaddafi's sons because that sounds...
I need to send that over to you.
Thank you.
I need to send that over to you.
I got a little taste of like... Wasn't there one son who played for a football team and all the other... Like, he just paid to play, essentially.
Oh,
and he was never... It was not great.
My God, yes.
That was
Colonel
hilarious.
Gaddafi... So, as part of the Film versus History fandom that we have over here, that's the 3rd mention and the last. We've mostly enjoyed his Gaddafi series. And as part of this Gaddafi series,
I'm learning history as well.
They've, mate, 100%. They've done a special on their Patreon about Gaddafi's sons. I would say go and check it out. Please, if you listen to this podcast, you'll definitely enjoy that one. But he's got a particular son who...
One of them. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, one of his sons...
Playing football, man.
Liked playing football, but was terrible at it. And then at some point, basically got signed to an Italian team.
Because they've got so much money, by the way.
They've literally got so much money, yeah.
They've got Gaddafi money.
They basically took all the money away from Libya.
Yeah.
And just used it to fund their own.
It's like me. It's like me going, like I've got billions in the bank.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
like
just go, I fancy playing for United. And we can't really do that. But yeah, well, I'll kill you. So.
It's like the county of Lincolnshire. Literally, all of their money just goes into your bank account. And you're like, oh, fucking hell.
I want to play for Lincoln United.
Yeah.
And they go,
the roads are crumbling. The libraries are closing. The co-op's prices are going up. But David Vaughan's bank account is sky high.
I'm like, I fancy playing striker for Lincoln United. They go, I don't really. I go, well, here's $1 billion, so shut up.
I mean, the thing is, when he went to play for the Serie A team in Italy, he didn't actually play. He just sat on the bench and got paid, I think, pretty much.
Oh, really?
I think he played I think he played like 4 or 5 minutes of competitive football. They might have paid for him to be there, but he didn't actually play that often.
I thought they got paid, like other players got paid to pass the ball to him.
That was in. So when he was playing that was when he was playing football in Libya. Basically, he was playing for a team in Libya, and he had to play. All the other players on the team weren't allowed their names on their shirts. He was the only one that was allowed a name on his shirt.
That's the part that made me laugh.
And all the commentators were basically like
number 1, number 7 passes number 2.
They weren't allowed to say any other team members' names, otherwise they would be like shot or whatever. And then every time a player passed the ball to him or set him up for a goal, they got like a bonus basically paid into their bank account.
I'll do that.
So it was the ultimate like. Shout out to Paul Wilson, who effectively did that at my fished off youth team, playing his sons Declan and Connor. That he was basically Gaddafi. He was basically the Gaddafi of fished off youth, and it was like, oh yeah, my sons will play, all their mates will play. Who are you? Do you know my sons? Are you like? And I was like, no, I guess I'll just sit on the bench then.
Is that true?
Yeah. Once I came on though, I used to get brought on as like a super sub. Scored 2 goals one season. Just coming on in the last 4 minutes as a substitute.
Whoa.
There was another. Yeah, there was. I was.
Have
a
you
super
just called
sub.
yourself a super sub?
I was a super sub.
I've
mate.
seen you play football.
Under 8s, under 9s, mate. You didn't see me then. Back then, I was fucking shit up.
So you're better than when I saw you when you were
Michael
older.
Owen at 17. You'd want Michael Owen at 17, wouldn't you? Over Michael Owen at 34. But like now, I'm Michael Owen at 34. Do you know what I mean? But I'm Michael Owen at 36. When I was under 9s, mate, I was fucking shit up, mate. Before my cruciate ligament went. Whatever an injuries
your
Michael
hand-eye
Owen
coordination is terrible. I've seen you box.
I'm a super sub, mate. Just trust me on that one. For fished off youth, mate, scored some goals. I used to be on the bench with a guy called Alex.
You can't see.
First name Alex, last name omitted. He was what I would call head disabled. And he was a substitute every week until I believe his dad made a complaint that there was some sort of like favoritism going on, and his son should get to play football because it would sort of impact. There might be some kind of complaints flying about, maybe, perhaps. So his dad sort of Gaddafi'd Paul in a way.
There's corruption at so many levels.
Everything's corrupt. Everyone's pushing an agenda. Even youth teams, mate. Even youth teams.
As you start to get older, you can't even like dads are pushing their agendas to get their sons playing football.
Oh, mate, do you know what? Like Louis DJing every festival there is going, even if he doesn't want to DJ. Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
Dad, I don't want to.
Yeah. You come here. Right, we'll put a show together, me and you.
Oasis
Why
has your voice changed?
I don't know. Sometimes what my voice does when I become an old dad. It's my old dad voice.
Yeah.
It's my Gak Dad voice. Now, Louis, come here. Right, we're going to sort it out. Me and you. Oasis tribute set. Dad, fucking hell, it's 30 years ago. I know, but it's my greatest comeback of all time, is what I'm saying. It's better than me coming on. Super sub, 9-year-old.
I hope I'm still around to see that.
Well, Louis' forced DJ set.
Yeah.
Gaddafi DJ set.
I'm going to be the uncle that he like, Dad's just gone wrong. I was like, I know,
Uncle
mate.
David, can I come stay with you for a bit? It's mental here.
Like, no, you can't.
Dad keeps playing Oasis records, getting his top off. It's odd.
It's odd, yeah. He's playing vinyl.
It's odd.
Fucking hell, vinyl be so old.
Spent my
now,
inheritance on Gak.
Jesus.
So Oasis' 24th comeback year.
Yeah.
Imagine if they do it every summer now. Imagine if every summer's a Gak Dad Summer. Fuck.
I know a few dads are gonna love that.
Yeah.
I know a few people are going. You're not going, are you?
Didn't get tickets and thought it was the dynamic pricing for me. I was like, at that point, I'm like,
What? Whoa! Dynamic pricing.
so that was the whole ticket, the whole thing with Ticketmaster, and essentially, like a massive point of conversation about this whole thing is that tickets were a set price, and then mysteriously tickets sold out quite quickly. And so then they were like, oh, but we've introduced dynamic pricing. So instead of 175 quid, this ticket's now 375 quid. And nobody could do anything about it. That's just how much it was. If you wanted to go, you now had to pay like the extra 200 quid. And it was just a case of literally a cash grab from Ticketmaster and the management or whatever. But essentially, like, everyone's like, well, why didn't the band put something in place? And the main reason is because the band had absolutely fucking nothing to do with it. The band's management will have gone, get as much fucking money as you can. And Ticketmaster or whoever's putting the tour together are paying Liam and Noel 50 million each to do these shows. So, and I think it's been quite well documented by the band that that's what's happening. So it's not a case of
So they're getting they're not taking ticket sale prices. They're taking more of.
They've got a fee. They've got a flat fee.
So there's a flat fee. 50
Their
mil,
flat fee is like, lads, you doing these shows or what? Yeah, go on then. How much? How much? Right, we'll pay you. We'll pay you 50 million each.
Listen, no shade because it's
what's
probably...
a 100 million is £1 billion, isn't it? No, that's 1,000 million, isn't it? Sorry. 100 million. They're getting paid.
So
they need to make as much money as possible.
No shade on the lads. Whatever, come back to.
I mean,
what it is.
50 million.
But like fucking scumbags that own them, like, do you know what I mean? Do all the fucking thing. This is why, didn't Ozzy Osbourne's recent tour, like, he gave all the profits back to like charities and stuff.
Well, he's done one show, hasn't he? Like one final show. But then also, how much is he already worth? Like, he's from a different era. I mean, I know Oasis are from like an era where you could still make a lot of money from record sales and stuff like that, but Ozzy Osbourne's from like the time when you made absolute bank. Like he's had like probably he had one of the first reality TV shows. That was the most like one of the most successful.
I just think it was a nice gesture.
It's lovely, yeah, no, it's lovely. But I mean, Liam's got fucking no money because of his divorces. Noel's got money.
Is that true?
I mean, he's got money, but like he's not got as much money as he would have if he hadn't been divorced.
No wonder Liam wanted to do it so much.
I mean, I think also Noel's recently...
Please, let's get back together.
I think also, Noel's recently got divorced, and that's probably cost him a fair bit of money.
Well, did they get prenups and stuff? You like to think so.
I don't know, man.
I'm Oasis. I'm getting I don't care who I mean.
We'll have to have a word with John and find out. John, did Oasis have any prenups?
Does John know?
Yeah. He got invited to the Cardiff show, the opening one.
Is he going?
He went. He's already been. Went last week.
Oh,
He's going to see him in Manchester. He's going one date this week, but I don't know when. To find out, I'll ask him. And when he's there, I'm like, can you just ask Liam? No, about your divorces, lads. It's probably a bit of a tough subject, but my mates who have never met you want to know: do you get any prenups?
Yeah, I mean, give me John's number because I'll sneak me in. I'd just love to be there.
He took his mate Winnie, and the look of pure joy on Winnie's face in the photographs is like. It's brilliant. Like a lot of dads this summer are going to be really happy. How
far does John get in? Does he get backstage?
Oh, I think he's got free pass. I don't know if he's got backstage. I don't know. I'll have to chat to him next time I see him. But yeah, I mean, he's played with the lads before. He's played Wembley with them, which is massive, isn't it? Like, spoke about that on here.
No,
when he came on. But
no, we need to be backstage at all this stuff.
Particularly Oasis, the most hotly contested.
No. To be fair, any of them. Like, do you know what I mean? I'd love to just see it.
Take anyone, me. Take anyone, me.
Who do you want to be
Williams? Backstage at Robbie Williams. You want to go there?
Love to be backstage at Robbie Williams. Anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Anything backstage.
To a point, Taylor Swift as well. Fuck it, why not? Just to be back there and see what it's like, and just be like, what's going on?
It's more sanitized than you think, isn't it? Do you remember when we saw behind the scenes, didn't we, at Crosswires this week?
Yeah.
When we got the AAA pass. In fact, I've got them in my bag.
Oh, she gave you them back?
Yeah.
Oh,
she
look,
gave me
little
them back.
keepsake for that. I like that.
We've got that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we got the AAA passes, and we snuck through, didn't we?
I didn't go
Saw
as
behind
deep
the black curtain.
I didn't go as deep as I wanted. I feel like I could go because all access areas, right?
You could have gone and seen the empty beer barrels, couldn't you?
Why didn't we just?
Well, because when we
sneak
went
around
in, I must make this clear for the listeners. We went into the old John Lewis building in Sheffield, which has temporarily been turned into, or had temporarily been turned into, BBC Sound's free venue for Crosswires. And when we went in with using our triple access,
By the way, Crosswires was the festival that's just gone from Friday to Sunday that we just.
Yes,
it was a podcast festival.
Crosswires was a podcast festival in Sheffield and is still going to be happening again next year.
And we will be on the Saturday.
We
next
will.
year.
They've manifested.
That's what I'm doing right now.
They've leveled up from last year. It's a lot bigger. There've been loads of podcasts. Like probably not. If we're honest, from our sort of sphere of what we listen to.
We did
more commercial.
We did a little live podcast. It lasted about 20 minutes, I would say, that we're going to release. And it's kind of PC, but we did have some funny chat about it.
We did.
That's what I felt, because we had to talk in front of a crowd. And you look out at the crowd, and I was just a bit like, not really. Like, I can't really say the same jokes, can I? And then I got all nervous and started just talking about, I love Sheffield a lot. And that was about the whole.
None of what
thing.
we do, by the way, on this is un-PC. It's just a bit more weird and a bit more probably X-rated.
True.
Like, I don't think we talk about one.
I
don't think we talk about one wipe arse sheets in front of like a crowd that could contain us.
No,
like
for sure.
Grandmas and children.
Because I met the lovely Avril Lavigne, didn't I?
Yeah, Alice Levine. Fuck. Okay.
Remember what I called her Avril Lavigne?
Yes, I do. Yeah, so Dave has obviously terrible facial recognition, terrible name recognition. Can't remember anyone. Can't remember Rick Rubin's name. Can't remember a person he's just met's name. Oh, that artist, what's his name? Rob Nicholson. Yeah, the photographer artist. No, the photographer, Rob Nicholson. So yeah, Dave is just notoriously names fall out of his head.
Man.
Names fall out of his head. Faces fall out of his eyes. Doesn't know what he's doing. A lot of the time, it seems like rude sometimes, I guess, to some people maybe that don't know you.
Yeah.
But there's not an ounce of malice in it. It's just it's just the way that you are.
I wish I could remember everything, lad. Like I kind of float about and life happens to me.
So we were talking about one of the festival organisers is Alice Levine, former BBC Radio 1 host, and then
I thought she still did, but
and
now
then
she's...
podcast host of My Dad Wrote a Porno,
which is one of the best fucking
which has
podcasts.
had 350 million downloads.
It's crazy,
which is wild, right? But I mean, so she came to our stage and did a brief podcast with Dino Sophos, and who's another festival organizer, and a guy called James Marriott who runs a podcast called Steel City Business. And Dave afterwards went, when Avril Lavigne came on and did that podcast, we were like, where were you?
But you can
Did
see
you mean
how
Alice
not wrong.
Levine?
Alice
Yeah.
Levine, Come on now.
Different spellings though as well. But same thing, same vibes.
She was lovely.
Yeah, she was nice. Real. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was good.
Loved what we did, even though she'd not seen very much of it. Just saying.
I purposely didn't say that. Do you know what? She shook my hand and she went, "Oh yeah, but it's a great job." I was like, "You've only just arrived."
We did. It was.
She was being polite.
She was being very polite, and we appreciated it. But I think me and Dave were both like,
"Yeah, you don't know who we are, do you?
I don't think you were.
You weren't even
Were you
here.
here? Yeah.
You've only just walked in.
It was really sweet. I appreciated it.
She was
nice.
she was being very polite. But I did. My autism wanted to kick in and go, you don't have to. That's all right. You don't. I know kind of who you are, Avril.
Yeah.
Why do you have to make things so complicated? Love that song. Oh,
Loved
wait
it.
a minute.
Big fan of your first album. Anything beyond that? I don't know. Girlfriend was okay, I suppose.
I want to bring up, because I touched on when I did the Utopia Project podcast last night.
Did you?
I wanted to.
A little Tuesday record.
We changed it to Tuesdays now, which gives me a lot of leeway. Thursday.
I guess that also says, like, see you next Tuesday. You can say that to each
and
other
I
every
went
week.
in on, again.
You went in on what?
Names, mate. We talked about her earlier. Fucking pop star. She's a big pop star. Fucking Taylor Swift.
Yeah. You went in on her.
Yeah, because I was just like, you know, I kind of made a bit of fun. I was having a bit of a joke, but like, because Chunk was like, oh, there's a listener who really likes them, so they're going to be really offended. I went, they're a Swiftie, and I just shouted at the camera, and that's the fucking problem. You call yourself Swifties. And it was just, you know, I went in on
Suzuki Swifties.
I went on her a bit because I'm like, she writes some good songs, because she does write her songs, right?
She does, yeah.
I mean, there was great pop songs, right?
Yeah,
to
a point.
Hey, that's a great song.
Yeah, to a point. I mean, I think like Lover
Shake
was
It
the
Off.
last time she wrote some kind of stuff that wasn't dreary, miserable nonsense, but you know, yeah.
And I just I don't get Taylor Swift because it's quite, I don't know what it is. I feel like,
Because it's fake country music.
yeah, maybe it feels disingenuous a little bit. I don't know. Just rubbing me up the wrong way. She's quite, sorry.
I think she's
I
think she's a psychopath.
she's quite bland.
I think she's a psychopath.
I don't know, when you see, like, I was comparing it to the Freddie Mercurys, the greats that have been, and then you've got this cult following for this very normal woman.
For me, she doesn't show enough vulnerability. She's too level, and that for me indicates like something's wrong here. I think there's more, like there's not an ounce of emotion to her.
I just don't get the big. I think she should. Of course, she should.
Everything
have a
is
platform,
rigid,
and I think she's got some great songs. But I just don't get the gravity of Taylor Swift is like big. Do you know what I mean? Like monstrous.
Oh, we're gonna get attacked here.
Well, that's what the Swifties are gonna.
Hey,
come
listen,
for me.
it's Gak Dad Summer. We're ready for you, Swifties. You've had your time. It's Gak Dad Summer. We're all powered up.
Like Oasis, I get it. I don't know. As a visual person, I sit back and I hear it and listen to it. Goes, I get it. Oasis got some absolute just like classic songs. The songwriting is sick.
It's the feeling. The feeling that those songs give you, the energy, the immediacy, the urgency of it. Taylor Swift has that with
Even
a lot
Adele.
of her songs.
Like Adele, I look at Adele and go, oh yeah, that, like I can feel it. You know, there's some soul there. There's,
yeah.
But yet Taylor Swift is just a bit. I don't know. I don't.
It was kind of fun, cutesy. At one point,
And then it's got this huge, humongous like cult. Just like they would die for her, kind of. And I just don't get that level of like.
I think a lot of people in years to come will be like, oh, I didn't really like her that much. I just kind of did what everyone else.
It was
doing.
more like they were in a trance. Like
I think people are being sucked in by the vacuum of like, and also because it's become kind of like a trend.
This
is kind of what I hate about the internet, right? This is what
man.
This is the worst parts of the internet. They like enough people start talking about how big something is, and then they convince loads of other people that that's the truth as well. Without, like, because a lot of people just don't have an opinion on very much, and they don't care about very much, and so they just go with whatever people are saying, and then sometimes they like really go with it.
I agree.
And then they're just lost, and it's like, oh shit, oh yeah, no, we love Taylor Swift.
And I think if you ask him in about 15 years, you'll be like, I bet, I think I
only really liked 3 of her albums.
Really?
I mean, do you know what I rate? I had to do a few Taylor Swift nights. Must say as well, by the way, the Taylor Swift and the ABBA bubbles, they're crashing in the financial markets.
When you say ABBA bubbles, what do you mean?
There's been a huge ABBA resurgence because of the advent, I would say, of Gen Z kids who have grown up with the film Mamma Mia. So Mamma Mia was released in around 2008 when these kids were like just born. So during their childhood, they probably watched Mamma Mia with their parents as like a kind of, this is a family-friendly film that's got some raunchy sex bits in it, but you can probably watch it because Pierce Brosnan's hidden behind a sheet when he's doing his erections. So all these kids have now grown up with ABBA in the form of Mamma Mia and have now got this like severe case of ABBA-itis where they're just insane for ABBA. Whereas I think ABBA are kind of a shit band that are dead cheesy from the 70s. And if you played an ABBA song in the club when I was fucking 20, I'd be like, this is fucking shit. Great pop songs, but cheesy as hell, mum hoovering music. Just not.
That's it, isn't it? It's like if I had to, there's no feeling behind it. It's just like a fun. It's like microwave music. You enjoy it. You put it on. Yeah, it's all right.
Mindless.
But there's nothing
mindless. Easy.
There's nothing really deep about it. Easy.
Nothing deep.
That's the same.
Exactly.
I feel with like Taylor Swift as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's
fine.
There's people that would argue there's deepness in her music, and she, talks about people without really talking about them by using metaphor, which is literally what every songwriter does ever. Sorry. But basically, there's been this
Quite
kind of
shallow, though, isn't it?
there's been this focus over the past 10 years or so, I'd say, where clubs have really been struggling because people don't traditionally tend to come to clubs now to listen to like a certain style of music. So they won't come to like just a house night all the time. They'll come maybe if it's like a specific DJ playing or whatever, but if it's just residents, less so. People now need a theme or something to base their thing around. Clubs in the last 10 years, maybe since 2016, maybe 2015, have started doing these all-night artist-led events. The first ones that I was aware of were Justin Bieber nights, and it was just like loads of music by Justin Bieber all night. And then they've done ones following where it's been like Drake all night, Kanye all night, Taylor all night. And the most recent ones now
that burned
are like...
me out, I think.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's
one
just...
artist all night.
It's it's either like one artist... and then like artists similar to them, but loads of the same artist all night. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot. But that's been like
I need to be on
a big.
drugs.
That's been a big focus of clubs and stuff over the last few years. And I think genuinely, because that's happened, there's a night called Swiftageddon, and there's loads of these as well. But they regularly sell out like thousands and thousands and thousands of tickets around the country for Swifties to go and listen to all their favourite songs all night. But because of all this and so many other clubs jumping on the bandwagon, including clubs I've worked for and nights that I've done, I think people have genuinely got this fucking like Taylor Swift fatigue, because they're like, it's just been rammed down my throat for years. And if you play a Taylor Swift song in the club now, if it's not Love Story or You Belong With Me or Shake It Off, it tends to sort of go down like a bit like, like it's fine. Like she's got bangers.
By the way, I'm just thinking because I can hear like, well, you fucking probably like it. Yeah, I'm saying you probably like. Yeah, for example, I think of Baby No Money. It's like very easy listening dance music.
Yeah,
there's
nothing wrong with it.
Nothing. Yeah, this is my point. There's nothing wrong with it. There's just no like substance, and it's got its place. And I think Baby No Money leans into that as well. He's like, he knows he's a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Do you know what his method was to like actually making music? Which I was like,
nursery rhymes.
Genius. No, he'll go to SoundCloud Top 100 and just imitate. And I'm like, there we go. And he leans into it. And plus, he's quite a nice guy in interviews. And
I would say that Baby No Money as a rapper has quite a good flow and quite a good kind of like,
but not like
dialect and diction and
he won't be in
voice.
the Hall of Fame of music.
No, probably not. But also, I would say as a rapper and as a musician, it's not bad. Like it's not bad. No, like he won't be.
It's not offensive.
He's not Phil Collins. He's no Phil Collins. I don't think anybody ever will be.
You think of the greats.
Studio.
You think of the greats, though, man.
The greatest rappers of all
Oasis
time.
is going to be in there.
The greatest rappers of all time. Phil Collins. Oasis.
Who is like the greatest rapper of all time for you?
The greatest rapper of all time. Buster's got to be up there. Buster Rhymes.
Whoa, I thought you said that.
Buster Rhymes. Have you heard Buster rap?
Yeah, well, of
Buster, Twister, unbelievable.
I would have thought you got Biggie or like.
But I mean, Biggie, I love what Biggie does. The way that he flows is great. Tupac, obviously, way up there. Eminem, amazing. Well, early days Eminem, maybe not the latest stuff. UK wise Kano.
Yeah.
UK wise Kano. What's his name?
JME.
General Levy.
Or JME, isn't there?
Jamie's all right. Skepta over JME though. Personally, like JME's great, but he's very autistic. Like
that's probably why I like him.
Me too. Initially, that I was drawn to him because he was very different and he used to rap about really weird stuff. But as I've got older, he seems to have remained quite childish with his stuff. Whereas I feel like Skepta's kind of a better lyricist. JME's quite fun wordplay. Anyway, it's boring shit. But I have another question for you, David. Teslas. When they reverse, why do they make a ghost sound?
Do they?
You had a Tesla reversing?
I mean, I drove. I think that's the wheels.
Is that what it is? Because they don't like. Because Teslas sneak up on you, and they make you jump because they're so quiet.
I drove my sister's. Well, technically, sister's ex.
I like what I'm hearing. Carry on. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more how he's their ex. This is a Tesla reversing sound.
Oh shit!
Right, and I was just laughing because it's like Teslas sneak up on you and make you jump, like they're just behind you all of a sudden, like whoa! And then when they're reversing, they make you sound like a ghost, like ooh.
I've never. Do you know what? I've never heard that.
A Tesla's
That's genuinely just I think a noise that he's added.
A Tesla's just designed to sort of like make you jump.
Do you know one of the most
opportunity?
Do you know one of the most awkward times I've ever had was to do with a Tesla?
What did you do?
It's my sister, and she'll be listening to this hopefully.
Hottie.
God damn it.
Fit. Goddamn.
And she'll be like,
get in the back of my Tesla.
It was just like,
get on my Tesla, Lindsay.
Can I finish?
Yeah, sorry. That's what I was saying to Lindsay.
Yeah, fucking. I went into that one. I literally walked. I opened the door for you. You walked through. You walked through, didn't you? She was like, no,
so she'll be asking me. Sorry, carry on.
She was like, do you want to drive it? I was like, yeah, whatever. And then she's like, check this out. And then she put on like the light show of the Tesla where the doors open and this song plays, and it was a good like 2 minutes. I just felt like the twat of the street.
Do you do that like every day when you get in your car?
No.
But is it there? Could you do it every day?
If you wanted to, but like why?
What is it?
She's cool, isn't it? She stood there staring at the side of my head.
Tesla's like display mode or something.
I don't know why. Why does this need that? It's a car. Like what? It's not.
What's it like?
Performance.
Should we have a look? What's it
look
called?
At it, man.
Tesla what? Light show. What's it called?
Tesla show. Just type in Tesla show. It's just so awkward, man.
Tesla Model X crazy light show. Is that it?
Crazy.
Mate, is this 22 minutes long? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. Mate, oh no, it's 2 minutes long. Okay, we're on. Tesla Model X light show. Is this it?
It's a different light show, but like, imagine me just stood there like.
Is it doing this?
Yeah.
Just in the street. Like neighbours looking out windows, like what's going on there?
Yeah, we're the twats in the street, aren't we?
Is the music playing like this?
Yeah.
This is the music?
No, that's a different one, but it's something like that. And it's just a bit. You have to awkwardly stand there. So and Lindsay's like,
are the doors opening like that? Yeah. Why have they built this?
Why?
They've just built this in, have they?
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna send you that video so you can put it in if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, that's just fucking crazy. Why have they put that in a car?
Exactly. Why? And it's awkward. It's really. I'm sat there going, I don't know about this. She says, no, it's great, isn't it? I'm like, no. I just want to get in and drive. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to. Why?
I can't imagine just like sitting there and listening to that.
Yeah, it's great. I was just like, no.
Just like.
No.
Just like Mavis next door, curtain switching. What's the fucking do? Oh, she's showing in the light show again. It's good though, isn't it? Do you reckon like it's one of those ones where it's like it's supposed to inspire people in the street to want a Tesla? Do you want you want a Tesla?
For me,
you want one, don't you?
I want an electric car, yeah.
Just any electric car?
I would. I don't really. Again, I'm not really one of these like, oh, I won't buy because Elon Musk is an arsehole. Like whatever. If I've got money, it's like, oh, you support. Oh, I don't care, man. Just fucking.
You've got no morals. No morals around your money. Just I'll spend wherever I want.
Well,
spend wherever I want.
Yeah, it's all fucked, isn't it? So you might as well just.
That's just revel in it. Enjoy it.
You might as well lift your legs up and go downstream. Do you know what I mean? It's all fucked. You might as well just do it. But like, I want an electric car for sure.
Yeah.
Just because you save on petrol and like it's quieter, it's easier to drive.
Just round us off nicely.
As well.
And you can sing it. You could sing Oasis to her every night as you took her in. Do you ever put like a car over a blanket and a car over a blanket?
A blanket over a car.
Would you ever like if you had an electric car, it's like a car that you really loved? Would you put a blanket over it and like sing to it like she's electric? Shh, she's in a carriage that's full of asbestos.
Now I've got cancer,
but I've got an electric car.
Yeah, I think I would now. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Me and Jess we once went on holiday for a week to Dublin, but I just got a new car as we went, and I I was real pissed one day because we went to this bar called Grogan's and they sold the best Guinness I've ever drank. It was circumstantial because it was like a proper old man boozer, like tar-stained tiles on the ceiling from the days when you could still smoke inside, carpets that were just disintegrated under your feet, tiles.
Can I interject one thing?
Yeah.
The best Guinness I've ever drank. Now, I've seen a lot of this. Wow, my brain's popping off, isn't it? Just educate me on this.
I was just saying
I don't understand. Like, a drink is a drink. How could it be?
So it's circumstantial. Sometimes a drink just tastes nicer because of where you are, right?
Oh.
So the circumstances were great.
Are there ways to pour a Guinness or what?
I mean, it was well. It tasted nice because it was served cold. Like, it wasn't bitter. It wasn't off. It was like very fresh. Lots of people were drinking it, all that sort of stuff. But also, it was circumstantially, it was really good because we just got to Ireland. A guy had recommended us a local bar around the corner from where we were staying, which was great, and it's called Grogan's. Still there today. Really highly recommended. They serve like 3 things. They don't fuck about. They serve like Irish whiskey, Guinness. They serve warm bottles of white wine, as Jess found out, and then they serve no other food than like cheese toasties, right? And they have a fridge behind the bar that's stacked up from like floor to ceiling with just ready-made cheese toasties. So like white bread. In between the white bread is cheese. They take them out. They put them in the toasty maker. They don't clean the toasty maker in between. They just give you them. So
it's kind of part of the taste.
They're just flinging out cheese toasties. There's Guinness everywhere. It's fantastic. And we went into this bar on like the 2nd or 3rd day. We'd been there on the first day. It was great. Had a nice time. Decided we'd go back there on the 2nd or 3rd day and met this guy called Colin. Now, Colin was part of a wake, an Irish wake that was happening in the pub, and just randomly got talking to us, was really lovely, and just insisted on buying me a drink. So obviously when somebody buys you a drink, I'll get him one back. So bought him one back, and then the act of me doing that was enough for him to then buy me another one. So then it was just this kind of like round off. Jess ended up absolutely arsehole because she was on bottles of wine and just couldn't keep up with us because we were drinking Guinnesses really fast. Anyway, what was the point? I can't remember. I was just having this.
It was all about the car.
So I
just bought a new car.
I was shit-arsed on Guinness because I've been drinking with this Irish guy called Colin all day. And then we went to this place for some food, and I was sat there just so drunk and just went to the toilet. And I was like, I just want to look at my car. So I had like 2 or 3 pictures of my new car on my phone. And I just sat there like looking at these pictures, and Jess came back from the toilet. And she's like, if I just come back from the toilet to you looking at pictures of your new car on your phone, it's a nice car though, isn't it?
You got a bond with your car, really, because
yeah.
I passed in my car, like the car that I first had, T-Pag. Do you remember?
Yeah.
What was it? It's not a Peugeot,
it's a Vauxhall Corsa. Yeah.
And when I passed the test, because of my 3rd try, I tapped her on the top, genuine, no one was around. I went,
good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl. All fours.
I just looked around and went, good girl, all fours. And then I kissed her.
Yeah, just gently.
My car is my lover.
Just gently kissed her.
By the way, just to show you something, I totally forgot taking these.
Oh, nice. Okay, outside the Royal Oak. Very nice. Yeah.
Fucking Royal Oak, mate. Found it, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's in
Did
Lincoln.
you pop in, see Terry and June?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you? Lovely.
Yeah. Fucking hell, I think we're good, man.
Well, we've done an hour.
Oh, absolutely. An hour 10.
Oh, we're fucking off then, aren't we?
Yeah, clocking out, are we?
Oh, clocking out then, aren't we?
Honestly, good pod. Good pod, mate.
Good pod, guys. Good pod, everyone. Thanks. Hey, listen, just to address the rumours, we were meant to have Ed Farmer here this week, but he cancelled last minute because he's a cunt. No, I'm joking. It's a bit past his bedtime. It's a bit late for him recording this late. He's got things to do tomorrow, do you know what I mean? So he is going to reschedule for a few weeks in future. Apart from I've now called him a cunt, so we might have to.
We could get him in earlier, like.
Might have to do some.
Now that you're.
Might have to do some reparations.
Reparations.
For that. So, love you, Ed. We'll hopefully catch you in future weeks. We do have some more guests coming up very soon, guys. But to be fair, we've been busy, and I haven't booked many people in. So.
Oh, fuck him. And we got
fuck him. Fuck him, eh?
Fuck him, eh?
Fuck him,
All right, circle back next week. Love you.
Circle back next week. Bye.
Bye.